I'm Marie Curie. I was born in Poland on November 7, 1867. I was brought up in a simple family, which taught me from an early age to value education. I was therefore encouraged to seek knowledge, although there were great limitations imposed on women at the time. None of this stopped me from studying physics and mathematics. I have to admit that it took many years of struggle to break down the gender stereotypes that really hindered me. I therefore felt it was time for a change, and in search of more opportunities, I left for Paris, where I looked for a bigger laboratory for my experiments and met Pierre Curie, a brilliant physicist who became my companion not only in science, but also in life. I discovered his great fascination with chemistry, as did I, and together we studied the phenomena of radioactivity, an area still little explored at the time. We married in 1895 and had 2 daughters. Many people thought that becoming a mother would take me away from science, but on the contrary, it inspired me and gave me even more desire to keep looking for something new. Our discoveries ended up marking the world and revolutionizing the understanding of matter. It was thanks to them that, in 1903, I received my first Nobel Prize for Physics, becoming the first woman to do so. How happy I was to see that something was changing, that women finally had a place in science, but this happiness was short-lived. In 1906, I suffered an irreparable loss when my husband died in a tragic accident. What a moment of pain and despair. I felt lost, but I stood up with determination to finish what we had both built together. I took up his post at the University of Paris and continued our research into radioactivity. For the discovery of the elements polonium and radium, I received my second Nobel Prize in 1911, this time in chemistry, making me the first woman ever to win 2 Nobel Prizes and in 2 different scientific fields. These studies of radioactivity became increasingly intense during the First World War, when I used my knowledge of radiology to create the first mobile X-ray units, which doctors could use to detect soldiers' injuries and quickly apply the necessary medication. I'm happy to have been able to save the lives of many soldiers. But unfortunately, all this exposure to radiation ended up having a major consequence. In 1934, I was diagnosed with leukemia, a disease caused by excessive exposure to radiation. I tried to face this disease with great courage, but I ended up dying on July 4th of the same year. I left happy, because I know I left a legacy that spans generations. I have marked history forever, not only for my scientific discoveries, but also for challenging society's norms and paving the way for women in science. I hope my name will be remembered forever.